What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your friends play Crash Team Racing Part 7. We are now beginning the Glacier Park, and we're going to get the CTR tokens and the relics for here. This is the last red CTR token that we can get, but I'm going to, and you only need 4 CTR tokens to be able to access the individual gym cups. I'm going to wait until I can do all the gym cups in one video before starting. If you see that C over there striped, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like that or if that's just some sort of weird glitch that happens. That is the only letter that is striped in the entire game, and you know, there's nothing special about it outside of it's just striped like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wait until I can do all of the gym challenges or the gym cups in one video, just for efficiency reasons. Oh. Sadly, it doesn't turn up striped once it gets to the top of the thing, so you know there's really no. I was gonna say there's no point looking, but but that's the only reason I was able to confirm that it wasn't like that myself. But anyway, so it's really kind of difficult to get to the R, you know, without, especially if you don't know where it is right off the bat. It's not as accessible as the C or the T is, but they all can be got in one lap, like most of the letters on most of the tracks. I believe there's only a small handful of tracks that won't let you. That sucks. That won't let you get the letters in one go, and I don't remember exactly all of them. I know Papu's Pyramid is one, and would we talk about not laying down things in our own path that would mess us up. But anyway, yeah, I'm just sitting here trying to think about the other tracks, and I can't remember any right off the top of my head that act like that. But anyway, now the relic here is actually pretty difficult because of the box locations that are stuck around. I don't believe there are any over the really good shortcut, and if you can master the good shortcut, I believe that it is a for sure gold, and it may even help you get a platinum depending on how many other boxes you hit. Like that field behind you there, if you can hit all of those just right, you may be able to help yourself out. You can see there is one box in that the shortcut right at the start, which that shortcut is not a bad shortcut. It's just you have to kind of commit yourself to hit it, and I usually don't. And yeah, crap. Okay, you can see the shortcut over there that I just passed. Sadly, there are some boxes over there, and that's definitely one of my worst shortcuts in the entire game. It's a lot harder than the Hot Air Skyway shortcut, just because of what you have to do to be able to get to it. You definitely cannot go through this shortcut fast enough at the start, so I would definitely not advise trying it, just because you have to have enough speed so that you can get through the snow efficiently. And you definitely want to get that box out. It is one box that can end up messing your time up while going through here. And I'll go ahead and get that box just to get it out of the way, because that's another box you can miss quite easily if you're not careful. And so thankfully everything seems to be okay, as long as I don't miss any crates anywhere, which can actually happen quite easily. I don't want to hit that, I don't think, because there's a crate hidden there, yeah. And if I was going really fast, I might have a chance of missing it. And that just goes to show, you know, how you want it, why you want to make sure that you knock out any bad boxes that are not along a really good racing line. Don't want to hit this one either, just so that I can. Oh crap! Wow! That sucks. That really does suck. Mm. That just goes to show you right there why you have to make sure that you get all of the really bad out of the way boxes on the first 2 laps, so that you don't do something like that on the last lap. That really does suck. But anyway, I'm just sitting here thinking about Dragon Mines. I'm definitely not looking forward to Dragon Mines. That's the only track that I have a very hard time getting a gold on, just because of all the bad box locations and all that. It definitely is not a fun track to do a time trial on, just because it is. I'm not really sure. You know, it doesn't have. It has a lack of. It has a lack of sufficient speed or boost pads around here, so you really can't make a whole lot of time while going through here. And that shortcut's not a really good shortcut because the water does slow you down just a little bit. So I would definitely suggest not hitting it, but it's you know, totally up to you whether you want to or not. Now that will drop you back, so, you know, depending on how far ahead you are to either 6th or 8th. Usually 8th, but you never know. Don't want to slow everyone down enough so that yeah, that's you can squash other characters with the that little boost canister. Now, if I had a juiced bowling bomb, I would have been able to hit both Cortex and Coco while going through there, which definitely stinks. That's what I was trying to do. That's what I was waiting to do for so long. And that definitely does thing. I was trying to make a shortcut out of the coal. If you do have a mask or a boost canister with you, you can actually make a pretty good shortcut out of the coal that is on the lead up to where the finish line is. But you have to make sure that you hit everything just right. You know, you have to make sure that everything is just perfect, or you won't be able to make a very good time or make a lot of time with it. Like even with the speed boost you could get coming out of the tunnel, that would definitely affect your time while going through there as well. But anyway, yeah, I'm just dreading the relic race while going through here. Just because it has a few really bad out-of-the-way boxes that are not worth it at all to hit. But if you want the time bonus, you have to hit them all. And that actually ends up hurting you more than actually helping you, because there's a section of the tracks where you can actually ride on the tracks, and that's where the boxes are, the minecart tracks. And the minecart tracks slow you down so much that the entrance to it, by the way, is right there. If you turn to the left while going over those, and I'll go ahead and knock these out of the way right now, just so that I don't have to worry about you. But you can see them right back there. If you turn right here, there's a hole that you actually can't get over. Only the minecarts can. So you definitely want to be very careful about, you know, thinking, okay, well, I can just turn right there, or to the left right there, and be able to get up through it. Well, no, you can't. I've tried it before and messed up an okay time by doing that. I'll just see. Well, I'll go ahead and hit him, I guess. Really, the biggest thing that will help you is if you can do something like that. You know, if you get a big enough speed boost going up through there, that will definitely help you out. If you can, well, I think just because of the way that the boxes have been set up, I don't think I'm going to be able to, or the boxes that I have left going through that the final straightaway, I may not be able to get them anyway, but I'm not gonna worry about it all that much. I already wasted the time, so I might as well just go ahead and finish try to go after as many boxes as I can. You want to try to save a few boxes while going up through this turn area. Yeah, I was gonna say, just the way that I had left these boxes here, I'm just wasting time at this point. I'm not actually saving any. And this jump here is gonna definitely be the bad one. I just may. Yeah, I was gonna say I just may be able to get the platinum. So I mean, it's worth it if you can beat it under a minute 4. It's worth it to try to go after all the boxes. That's the first time I've ever gotten a platinum for this track, so it's I'm definitely a believer in going after those 3 boxes on the tracks if you can get enough speed going through there. I got lucky and I got enough speed and was able to drop off quickly. But what you normally do if you didn't get crushed and had jumped off the track like I did, you would go just a little bit farther and use the brakes to get onto the track, and then continue going forward like that. But it's very slow and very tedious, so that's why I didn't suggest going after the tracks like that, or go up the tracks like that anyway. But it works. It helped me get a platinum on a track that I've never done it before, that I can barely get a gold on. So but anyway, yeah, it definitely does help if you can get all the time boxes. But as I've said before, you don't want to ruin. You don't want to waste time trying to go after them. You've seen me waste time going after them before, and while it does seem to have helped me every time I have, just for those few times it didn't help me. This is definitely a bad track to try and get the time on, but oh wow, yeah, that's a very tough track to, or that's a very tough letter to make sure you can stay on the track. If you don't have the super boost pads on, that is a tough corner to get through. You have to make sure that you carry enough speed while you are trying to use the hop, because if you just keep doing little short hops like that, you're not going to do enough hops that will actually help you. Oh, that's nice. I was afraid that was a dingo. It would hit that. But the other racers can definitely help you out while you're trying to drop off stuff for them, while you're behind. But I definitely find it a lot better if you just go ahead and get up ahead yourself and do it. But anyway, let's see who that'll hit. Sadly, it only brought Coco down with her. I was hoping Polar could have hit it and Tiny would have. The blast radius really isn't super wide. I mean, it's okay. For the most part, it can actually catch out quite a few people, unless you. But they have to be pretty close together for it to work. So it's not a for sure thing that even if you do hit the, or you have Nitro and a little clump of other racers together, it's not a for sure thing that they will get hit by it. That other racers will get hit by it other than just one. But anyway, I'm just sitting here trying to think about where I need to start laying some stuff down, because I want to see if I can knock Polar out. I don't know why I keep getting these. But with my luck, I'll probably end up hitting I was gonna say I'll probably end up hitting Dingo instead of Polar. That's pretty cool. Coco was able to drag herself back from after getting dropped off. I think she did get dropped off, didn't she? Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just Purra that had gotten knocked off. But anyway. So there you go. Not too difficult. You just have to make sure that you can get the R. You know that the R is kind of a weird thing. You just if you don't have the super boost pads on, you actually have to jump to be able to get to it. If you do have them on, you have to make sure you don't fall off the other side of the turn. And so it's you're gonna lose something either way. You know, if you have them on, you have a better chance of getting to it, getting to the R, but you'll end up falling off the other side unless you can try to get to a power slide as soon as you touch the track, but that's kind of hard to do. If you don't have them on, you have a hard time actually getting to the jump at all, or getting to the jump at all. So you know it's really up to you, whichever you want to use. You know, of course you can if you don't want the boost pads on, you can always save and quit the game, and then come back. This is nearly impossible, getting those 3 boxes clumped up together like that. If you have the super boost pads on, just because of the speed that you carry, going over that first set of boxes, and so it's almost not worth it to try to go after the boxes here, and just because the way that some of these other boxes are lined up around through the rest of the track, it's very difficult to get to. And if you can, you want to try to not hit the boost pad going over that final jump, just because it can actually end up hurting you, and I figured that was going to happen, so I'll just go into plan B and see if I can get a good enough time without going after, I'll just try to hit some of the best boxes I can, and try to do it that way. Remember, to help yourself get through there, especially if you're carrying a lot of speed with the super boost pads, is to hit the R1 button. That will definitely help you out while going through there. Or no, I'm sorry, not the R1 button, the square button, to break into a slide, to help yourself get around there. There's a 3-second box back there if you want to go after it. It may not be a bad thing, just because the other boxes are... Oh, wow. That definitely is not going to help. I think I'm not carrying a whole lot of speed while going through there, so it does matter, but not as bad as it would have. Ah, crap, I should have was trying to angle it so that I could hit that. I'm going to be very lucky if I can get a gold now, just because of all the crap I'm going through, the time that I'm sitting here wasting by not getting any boxes. This is definitely something you have to be, I keep saying it over and over, it's something that you have to be careful of and prepare yourself for, that you don't run through sections like this where you don't have any boxes to help with the time. And this is very bad, and this is going to really negatively affect my time. If you jump off there, you won't be as bad. If, like when I fell, I didn't jump. That's a shame. I can usually get a platinum here. But, I don't fall, I don't get hit by seals, and I can usually hit every single box. If not every single box, at least one, or miss one. Usually out in the ice fields before you get to the big jump at the end. But anyway, I'm happy that I was able to get Dragon Mines with a platinum, and I'd much rather have a platinum on Dragon Mines than on Polar Pass. Anyway, now we'll do Tiny Arena. Tiny Arena is actually an easy level, or an easy race to get the Platinum Relic on. I know I'm not doing the Platinum Relic yet, but just because you have to, it gives you so much extra time, and the time bonus, you know, the times for the gold and the sapphire and platinum is so high that you don't even have to go after every single box. You can miss quite a lot of the boxes around and still be able to get them pretty easily. You know, still get a platinum pretty easily. And just because of all the jumps and everything, there you can actually miss a few of the boxes along some of these bigger jumps, and you'll end up not being able to get the every single box. Some boxes are just too far out of the way that if you're someone like me and you already know the right line that you need to hit, a box will come upon you and you'll say, oh well, oh crap, that box is kind of too far out of the way for me to worry about, so I probably shouldn't worry about it. Yeah, there's the sea. I was sad, I didn't know where the sea was. And then the R is right here. And there you go. Not too difficult. Some of the most, while they are, pretty strung out, the letters are from the T to the C. They're some of the easiest letters to get out of all of them. And now if you set a nitro or a Brio beaker at the entrance to that mud pit, you'll actually catch some characters in the mud. While it's not like dropping them down a hole, it definitely does help by slowing them down, because the mud, just like the water, does slow you down, and it, as I said, doesn't work like a hole, but it will slow them down, especially that far over the because I have to go through so much mud to be able to get to it. Of course, a nitro would work better than a Brio beaker, but whatever you had, it really doesn't matter. They both work pretty much the same. But anyway, I'm just sitting here watching, kind of watching the other racers out of the corner of my eye, seeing what they are doing. And you can see right here that just how bad the mud will slow you down. And that was just a little bit of mud. You think about, you can get caught in that big pile of mud, and it definitely is good to do, but sadly nobody hit it. You can just see how wide the mud is there. Maybe someone hit that TNT, and that was the TNT. And depending on how far back he falls, yeah, it looks like he actually did get caught in the mud, because you saw he dropped from 2nd to about 7th, and that's the power of falling in the mud. It works just as good as a hole does on any other track. But there's not too many places where you can actually drop people in the mud. But because this track does involve turning, there's not too many high-speed straights. A lot of it is tight turning, and because the racing lines, some characters can take really tight racing lines, which through some of these corners while going through here, so that they can make up time. I mean, you watch Coco and the other racers going through here, and see Polar's kind of staying more to the inside of that loop than Dingo was. That's why he was able to easily get around him. And then I knocked Coco out by using the nitro, and that dropped it from 2nd to, I think it was either 5th or 6th. But yeah, I was happy with the results of Polar. I was afraid that he wouldn't get hit by the TNT would explode too early. But anyway, so you can see just right at the start how bad some of these boxes will be. If you can get any that are low, like really low, kind of hidden behind some of these little jumps, that will definitely help you out in the long run. There's a few kind of oddball ones stuck around. I know I'm really messing up, but I want to make sure that I can at least get, there was a row of 3 boxes there, and I had to make sure that I at least got one, so that I didn't mess it up completely. Wow, well, that stinks. I have to go pretty far out of my way to be able to get that line of 3 boxes back there. Now, with a line of boxes like that where you could have got them all pretty easily, you don't want to do that, and I've already said this before, but, you know, I just want to make sure, you know, that I say it again. You do not want to get all of the boxes in a line like that on the first lap or the second lap. You want to make sure that you have at least 1 box going through most of the track every lap. That will be the most efficient and will help you out the most in the long run anyway. Just have to make sure that you don't miss any, and I probably should have saved that for the 3rd lap, but because it is kind of out of the way to my usual racing line, should definitely save those as well. But it's good to go ahead and, you know, to get that 2 box there that was hidden like that. It's better to just go ahead and get that one now and not worry about it. I'm sitting here. Yeah. Okay. Well, I might be able to get the 2, and then go straight and get that 1 on the far side. I don't know for sure. I'll go ahead and save that 2. I missed it, but I'll go ahead and use that as an opportunity to save it, to help save just a little bit of time. Now that box that I just hit is actually kind of difficult to get to, just because, especially if you have the super boost pads on, just because you can very easily end up overshooting the boxes, and if you try to jump, you'll jump too early, and you'll end up missing them. So you want to be very careful and very precise in your jumping. Wow. Alright, well, it doesn't really matter, then I won't worry about the hidden boxes there, but you can see the Sapphire times 3:45. You know, they know how long the track is by itself, so they thankfully gave you a pretty good amount of time to get through here. I believe the Sapphire time is like 2:55 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I could be. So you do have quite a bit of time left to go, you know, to be able to get through here, but you don't want to waste a whole lot of time. Yeah, I kind of missed that one, but I kind of wrote it off as well. Just I would have loved to have used it instead of hitting that 1, but it doesn't really matter either way. You have to make sure that you hit the rest of the boxes while going through here that you can, and you definitely want to do that. Go on the left side of that mud pit there to get that 3. You may even want to get it on the 2nd lap just to make sure that you can get it, and definitely want to get that one earlier on. And there we go, 258. So easily get, you know, you can mess around for quite a while and still get a platinum. It's just if you want to get all the boxes, you still can have a large amount of time to be able to do that. This is by far the easiest track to get the platinum on, just because they give you so much time, and just by running the track like it's a race, you can get through it very easy, very quickly, and very efficiently, and you don't have to get all the boxes. That's the best thing. But anyway, so now we'll go after the purple CTR token. This is where things are going to get harder, I guess you could say. With Rampage Ruins, things were getting harder there just because they added the TNTs, and the TNTs weren't in Skull Rock. But this place adds nitros, and yeah, they do. I guess they are dropping it by 5 seconds per area, because I started off with 120 while going through here instead of the 125. So I guess that adds another area, you know, another level of difficulty to it. Now you can see here we don't get turbo boost anymore. We get bowling bombs to be able to knock out the nitros, which is very useful, and something that I'm very glad that they gave you. But the thing here is, because you do have so little time, you have to make sure that you hit everything just right. You know, you have to make sure that you get every single. Well, there's a pattern to hitting everything, and you have to make sure that you hit everything in that pattern, or you won't be able to make it very easily. And if you do go after any nitros, you want to make sure that you blow them all up, and blow up as many as you can. And I remember where that one is. It's over here. Cut a little bit too close. I can usually get through there a little bit better, but I missed that one that I just got. I missed it at the start. So anyway. So we'll go ahead and I'll talk about all the trivia and everything. I'm just gonna go ahead and go into Citadel City, at least just to start. See if I can get kind of like right on the edge. Yeah, you can see the map change. That just kind of tells you can sit right on the border between both areas, and they'll both, they won't change their music until the map changes. Yeah, so you have to be, the map has to change before the music will change. But anyway, so we'll go ahead and start with Blizzard Bluff. I'll go ahead and drive in just a little bit deeper. Alright, times Sapphire 130, Gold 108, and Platinum 45. I don't remember what I got there with, let's see, I got a gold on there, so I think I was just a few seconds off of it. If I hadn't messed up as bad as I did, I might have been able to get to it. For Dragon Mines, relic times are 128 for Sapphire, Gold 111, and Platinum 54. So, and now we'll go to Polar Pass. I think I got a gold there as well. Yeah, Sapphire 3 minutes, Gold 233, Platinum 205. So I wasn't that far off the time. I just shouldn't have fell as many times as I did, and if I hadn't gotten hit by a couple. If I would have got more boxes, wouldn't have fell, and hadn't got hit by a couple seals, that would have definitely helped. We're going to Tiny Arena. Sapphire 345, Gold 322, Platinum 258. Like I said, easiest track by far to get that one on. And so we'll talk about Rocky Road. Rocky Road is the third battle arena in Crash Team Racing. It is generally an oval-shaped arena featuring a cliff edge that circles the entire area. The cliff can be reached via ramps and bridges connected to a rocky center hill. There, the player is placed at the start of the battle. Crystal challenges may be different in 3 to 4 player mode. This arena is set in Glacier Park, directly across from Komodo Joe's Challenge. The general theme of this arena is a rocky desert similar to Dingo Canyon, except this arena does not feature any cactus, carcass bones, concrete roads, or water. Also, the sandy terrain in this arena reflects a slightly different color to Dingo Canyon. Trivia: the Rocky Road has the shortest time limit of all the Crystal Challenges in Crash Team Racing. The music theme of this arena is used for the end credits of Adventure Mode and Crash Team Racing. Alright, so that's all the trivia and everything, so thank you for watching. This is a informational video, so there won't be a challenge videos, but for next time I'll finish out Citadel City, and at least go to Gym Stone Valley and show out, and get ready to do the gym cups. So until then, later everyone.